Okay, I'm here. I was like, huh, what's going on? What's happening here? But anyway, whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening, whether you're lurking because I'm a lurker friendly streamer, or whether you're watching the VOD over on YouTube, I hope you're having a nice one. Yeah. We kind of changed and flipped the script in terms of our shenanigans today because I really wanted to just do some lace bobbin this week. So, just to put it out there, we're going to be gaming this week, but also co working and also doing lace. And what I mean by lace is that I technically don't use actual lace yet. I'm still in the process of using like thread that I can like fiddle with because actual lace can, be finicky to work with. It can get very messy and dirty. And I don't have any lace to like use right now because I'm too scared to touch it. But the goal is to practice as we're getting back into the shenanigans. And hi Diego, welcome and I hope you're having a nice one. It's lovely to see you. To get, up to where we gotta be. So the goal for today is just to do a co-working stream. I've been wanting to do some of those anyway, just chatting and co-working where I don't necessarily game after too. Even though there will be like gaming after a lot of my co-working streams. But I do just want to make some lease and practice a bit before sliding into the festivities later this evening. Which, as a reminder for folks, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I always come over at Toku Tabletop. Let me make sure I can type this in here. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30, I'll be over at Toku Tabletop, which is linked in my Twitch channel for those of you who follow me on that platform. For those of you on YouTube, I apologize. I don't think I have the link set up, but I can drop it in the chat. And then, like I said, I got to do some updates anyway on a lot of things, including shenanigans when it comes to my bot, which, hold on a second. Let me see if I actually got it to work today. The real test of my prowess is if I can get not streamer bot, but mix it up to work for me today. If it doesn't, we're just going to be doing some more finicking things this summer since I've kind of opened my schedule for things. But all to say, at 6 o'clock, I'll be back with Valorangers. I'll be playing with some mutuals and friends in the streamer space. So if you want to watch me scream as Nambra Kaylin, a elf pink ranger who's the heart of the party, you're welcome to join in over there. No pressure, though, as always, in terms of shenanigans. In order for me to test out this theory, I need to actually try and see if I can use alert command. Hold on just a second. Maybe it works. Does it work? It works! Our bot is here! Let's go! Alright, y'all. So here's what we're gonna do. I have some commands that are up, finally, which is so sexy. We love it. Not to what's going on in the chat, though, because that's wrong. I shouldn't say username. But I switched over to Mix It Up Bot. So there's now the lurk command that's back, as well as I do believe if I put SH, there's the silent hello, which you can also use too. So for my streams going forward, because I did want to make sure, I'm so proud of myself, y'all. I got this to work. You don't understand. I've been spending the last like 3 fucking months trying to get this shit to work. And all I had to do was turn on my stream and actually turn on Mix It Up to get it to work. Don't you can judge me just a wee bit. I did spray Listerine in my eyes today when I was doing so clearly my clumsy is off the Richter scale today. But anyway, I will be over at Toku Tabletop doing tabletop shenanigans as a Super Sentai. I am Nambra Kaylin. He's a Pink Ranger. So if you want to come watch me at 6 o'clock, that's where we're gonna be. Since I got Mix It Up Bot to work, I will slowly be turning my commands back on. I do have alert command back up, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it works on YouTube and Twitch. So if you just want to lurk during my streams and you don't want to say anything, please use the exclamation point lurk, lurking, or like all caps lurk. You can also use the exclamation point SH if you just want to say hi to me. You don't want to really talk, but you just want to acknowledge and just say, hey, see, I'm here. My lovely bot, which there's lore behind Loon, will be able to greet you in the chat as well as everything else too. And I think that's all the commands I have set up right now. So I'm going to start getting some things back working, including the running timer for a lot of the fundraisers and mutual aid things that I want to support. What's going on in Gaza, Sudan, Congo, and a bunch of other places. So all this to say, we're making progress. That's all. But anyway, we'll be streaming until about 6-ish. So it's going to be like a shortish stream. But hopefully you will enjoy me like playing some medieval lo-fi music, as well as trying to get my not my grounding, shoot. more of my torch and lace pattern sampler together before we slide over to Toko Tabletop. Which, as always, y'all, for collabs, I do not stream my perspective. I always stream the other person to give them support. So if you want to support Toko Tabletop, please go check it out, as always. Just like for the collab I did with Skip and everybody, shout out to the folks there. I just am over there yelling and getting in last place playing against Princess Peach. So, yeah. Oh, and before we get started, I will post my schedule today. I probably will be streaming Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But stay posted. We'll probably do Final Fantasy. We will continue with Wonderstop. And we'll do some co-working and more lace bobbin. So anyway. Sorry, I got distracted because I didn't know my bot would work. I was fiddling with this for months and it finally worked. And I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Anyway. Let me get the camera going first. Just give me 1 second. I'm actually going to pull up Magic Studies first. I do technically have this listed under Crafts and Makers because I do want to play music for you all on Twitch and YouTube so people can enjoy the ambience, co-work, body double, do other stuff before we slide over to Toko Tabletop. So, oh, that is loud. Sorry. Peachy! Hello! How are you? I don't have my command set up yet to give shout outs to people, but y'all should go check out Peachy. Hi there! It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a nice one. I appreciate you sliding on today. Oh, and I gotta hit you up, Peachy. Again, thank you so much for the tag. And hi, Ginky. Welcome in. Yes, I have commands now. You can use the hashtag. I think you can use the exclamation point lurk. Ginky, I'm so proud. Because I got it to work, I think. But Peach, I will send you a, I think there's a lurk. I think it'll work. Hopefully. No, maybe it won't lurk. Maybe it's just me. I did. Damn! I lied on stream now! Okay, maybe I only set it up to me lurking on me. I'll fix it, y'all. And we're making tiny progress. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. I promise. I didn't mean to lie on actual stream. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me head pats of awesome. Anyway, we'll get it to work. You remind me I gotta fix my, yes, I appreciate you. And Peachy, I will send you a message about collab things because I have some ideas, but if there's a specific thing you want to do, let me know. I'm always down to collaborate with friends and mutuals. I just wanted to say that since you came by, so yeah, but no pressure. I can also DM you too later. But yes, I gotta hit you up, Ginky, and some other folks in terms of fixing up Mix It Up. I really want to fix it. Yeah, but I hope you're having a nice one. I'm trying to, like, get my thing going first, because I know it's supposed to be a really short stream, but yeah, of course. I'm open for collabs. I'm pretty open. I made a post on socials where I said that, like, I didn't realize how many people have been wanting to get to know me better or talk to me, and I'm like, you couldn't just hit me up in a DM. I'm so serious. I just be doing all the things. But you are welcome to hit me up in a DM, especially for mutuals already. Because if I follow you, that means, like, I actually do like seeing your stuff on the internet. So, yeah. But I feel like I still intimidate the hell out of people, as I've been told many a times. Including in 14, friends and mutuals told me I'm very intimidating. So I be like, please, you can talk to me. I swear I'm not a snob. I just be thinking about Love and Deep Space and other games lately. I promise you, it's fine. Okay. But let me, unfortunately, use stream elements for that because I can't figure out mix besides my visual. Yeah, that's fair. That's the thing too. Like, I wanted to transition out from different things. Speaking of which, most of my stuff aren't funny unless y'all got the 7TV extension. Oh, I got you. That's what I gotta install too. I gotta install the pronoun things as well as that for Mix It Up as well, Ginky. So I totally understand what you mean. So I get it. I completely get it in terms of shenanigans. And also, you all should be able to see my hands. Hello. It's me with no nails or anything again. Like I said when I posted on socials, I do have my torch and sampler up. So I did the first part up here. And I did try to set up my hand cam. Actually, can y'all see this? Oh, yeah. I did try to set up my hand cam where you can see the pattern that I'm setting up. Nah, that's a browser thing. Oh, yeah, sorry. 7TV is a browser thing. I do want to set that up, too, to have, like, emotes for folks for free. Because as I get the affiliate stuff going, which, yes, I have emotes and everything. I wasn't kidding about me going full throttle July and August to set things up for stream. I promise. I'm just clumsy. You got to give me like 6 to 8 business months, I promise. But yeah, I want to set that up too, just so people can have free stuff because there's certain things you can do that are helpful for folks on stream, and then I go from there. And yes, I have a small hand. You can upload those to 7TV as your own personals. Exactly, too. I see some things you can do. Exactly, and that's the thing I wanted to do for my streams. Hi, Kotu. Welcome in. I hope you're having a nice one. Um, Lovely to see you. I'm just doing and getting ready for shenanigans, even though we'll be doing a short stream. But I hope you're having a nice one. And I did see your PNG tuber, and I will respond to your DM too as well. I did see it earlier today when I was like walking around doing stuff today. But yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to set it up, Kinky, because I wanted to have mostly my emotes and stuff be for free for you, so you wouldn't have to sub to me, because I'm still not trying to make money off streaming. But I wanted to make it fun and interactive. That's why I'm also at Mix It Up going to set up the currency system that I've had in my mind for like a year now. So there's just a lot of stuff that I need to implement that I can also, if you need any help, Kinky, let me know. I've been like greeting up a Mix It Up and to try to do stuff, but also like I might hit up some other mutuals about things too that I've been meaning to hit up for a minute. But yeah, like I was saying, I did set up the top of my lace pattern, which is my torch and sampler. I do have my other pattern, the fans and spiders that I've been talking about for a minute, set up already on my pillow. So today I'm hoping to do some of my grounding, which is essentially just this middle pattern here for my lace project. So that way, oh wow, my timers are working. So I'm not completely broke like no joke. Maybe. I don't know if that's working on Twitch though. It might just be a YouTube thing. We're gonna have to fix this. Definitely clumsiness is coming out right now. But anyway, before we keep cooking and me jumping all over the place for the stream because I'm excited about bots working, because we're gonna keep it short today, I'm gonna just do a 45-minute sprint with like a 5-minute break because we don't want to run too quickly into Toku Tabletop shenanigans. But I will just go ahead and do one session of 45 minutes. And then I will turn the music back on, actually, so y'all can actually have some ambience listen to while you do other stuff while I'm trying to do shenanigans. Okay. Let me know if the volume's okay, too, as well, in terms of things. You still see my head, and the captions are on the bottom of the screen, but I can still see everything. I think I adjusted my setup on OBS, so everything's actually a lot closer now. If you do decide to do it, let me know. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely let you know. Because some chat window extensions don't show 7TV emotes. Okay. No, I definitely will. So I'll hit you up for that for sure. Because I do have some redeems and ideas that I want to implement that have sounds and music to them. I just need to make sure everything's configured well. Because then once I set it up specifically for streams, I'm going to configure it for Discord as well. So now that I'm like out of Python world, even though I still have to finish like my original coding and keep building on my notebook of notes. I have notes for my coding and language stuff, y'all. I'm a nerd. I want to like set things up appropriately over the summer. So I'm excited, but I got a lot of stuff I need to do. So it's going to be fun for me. But yeah. Been meaning to overhaul a lot visually since I got my new model and shit. That's fair. That's fair. I get it too. Because like when you get new assets, it's really exciting. So you want to just like go ahead and full throttle in terms of like what you want to do. But then you do have to make the time and feel like it. And I understand that completely. Because I think when I was watching some friends yesterday for stream like Semi and stuff like that. Like, I realize when I get into my hobbies, some of them I just don't feel like doing. So I end up just being like, hey, I'm going to do something else for a while until I actually get this to work. And then once I get the motivation, my brain's like, all right, bet. Because that's why I haven't done some of my other hobbies for a little bit, as well as I've been resting a lot this summer because I've just been so tired. But I feel like there's been recently like some clearing of what I want to do once I kind of laid it out and made it not so heady, if that makes sense. Because I think what I can do sometimes is lay out all the things I want to do and not break it down into parts where I overwhelm myself. Versus if I break it down into little parts, you know, I'm okay and all Gucci at that point. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at my thing. Lace bobbin is always something else. Plus, I arranged my chair so I'd be able to do this so y'all can actually see my hands visually instead of the way I had it set up a long time ago. So be proud of me. I'm getting better at my setup for stream. I don't know what that's going to mean for sewing, though. Don't ask me. I haven't thought about that. Again, my itty bitty hands, or as Robin would say from Teen Titans Goes, my baby hands. My baby hands. With this big old, like, sewing machine. It's a problem. So I gotta figure that out, so. But for my lace pillow, it's not so bad because it's tiny. So, all right, I need to do a cross twist and pin it, and then tension after the pin. Okay, got it. I'm gonna leave that kind of there. So, all right. So actually, I need to spread these out a little bit more, to be honest, because if I don't visually move it out of my face, I'm going to do something really, really obnoxious, and that doesn't need to happen right now. But I hope folks are enjoying their Sunday. Okay, so where is my... Ah! I need to just keep this near me, my little pattern I've showed y'all before, because sometimes when I'm doing things again, I'm just like, ha! See, you don't remember how to do cross, twist, cross. I'm like, leave me alone. Forgetting stuff. So it's just a cross and a twist? Okay. I don't think there's anything... Oh, and pin it? Really? Oh, nuggets. Where the heck did I put my pens? Panic, I'm gonna have to do laundry and the day of finna be... I'm crying! Ginky, you got time. But yeah, you know, with our D&D shenanigans, we gonna be gaming till like the wee hours of the morn, so yeah, I understand. Like, there were some things I wanted to do today, and I was like, that's not happening before, like, tabletop. Which is not a bad thing. I love hanging out and, like, of course, our game nights, but I just knew I was not going to get it done today. So it's going to be a Monday thing. If you are wondering what I'm doing, like I said, I want to be certified in lace for torch and lace, actually. So this is a sampler to practice this. Technically, I took a beginner level class, so once I do that, I'm going to see if I can still get my commemorative bobbin to say I've actually finished learning what I needed to do, but I think their specialized lace is based off, I think, different schools of stuff in different regions. So, cross twist after the pin. Okay, so I needed to cross twist again. But that's why I'm, like, really practicing a lot when it comes to, like, the lace making that I want to do. Because, like I said, my goal is to actually do some cosplay stuff as well as just make some more clothes and mend them as well. Now, hand sewing in general for mending clothes is pretty decent, but I do want to add, like, actual, like, lace and stuff. If that makes sense. To, like, my other patterns. Oh, wait, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, this is that part that threw me off the original time I did this. Okay. Y'all saw me struggling on stream that one time, too. Now I remember. I remember how to do this. Okay. That's why I say for crafts, I'm so serious. It's usually muscle memory, so once you do crochet and stuff, in the past, if you start without music, I think I have before in my beginning of my streamer journey. I didn't have a lot of music. I actually needed to get more, like, I don't know why I keep closing it. Sorry. Let me actually get out more pens so I don't need to keep opening this, because if I spill all these pens, we're in trouble. But Diego, to answer your question, I didn't used to have music, which is interesting, especially as I come up on my 1 year anniversary. I just had a bare bones stream like most people do when they start out, which is fine. Now I think I need to go back and just download some of the new, like, royalty-free YouTube music. And as much as I want to play my own music, I don't want to do it on every stream because sometimes I need to cut out some of the stuff with that, and it sucks. But I will be playing my music for you all in the future. I do, like, I was talking to another friend, and I was like, tell friends all the time, I listen to the same 3 songs until I get tired of them, and then I switch out. Or I have, like, certain songs I want to play in a certain playlist. So that's why, like, it's not that I don't want to play my music all the time, but sometimes I'm just like, I just want to listen to this one song 40 times and see what happens. That's been wait so long for me. Like, I keep bringing up in, like, the last couple of streams with Swedish House Mafia. I've just been playing that song to death. That and found some new EDM tracks, and then I don't know if anybody knows this artist. If you do, I appreciate you. Ram Rider, I just found their album again. So I've been playing Sweet Dance and Secret Dance again. They're like a really, like that era of DDR Konami type gamer music. I found them during that time when I was more of a DDR kid. So I started listening to Secret Dance and Sweet Dance again, because Smile Again is like one of my favorite songs from 2009. And I know me saying 2009 just aged a bunch of people, but I'm sorry. I'm seasoned. Okay. I think that's enough pens. I just needed to get some so I wouldn't have to stab myself while I'm doing this on stream. Let's see. I think I need to put this one. So when I do my torch and lace, by the way, I usually start on one side because I was taught to do it that way. But, like, you do not have to do it the way I'm doing. I'm just doing it this way because I was taught, and my brain usually goes off muscle memory, so. And hi, welcome in, Joel. I am currently doing some lace bobbin. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing some practices before I run over the Toku tabletop. I think I did this right. So I need to do this one? Yeah. Right now I'm just getting like the pattern that I need to pin it down so I can keep going. I'm not anywhere near the motif, thank God. Which is, I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's this zigzag pattern here. Which is the motif where you kind of switch stitches. Right now I'm doing just the pattern at the top. And then I'll go in and out of the motif and towards the different stitches that I'm doing. So. And hi, welcome in. C7, I give you a smooth, shiny rock. I like rocks. How did you know? You've unlocked my other secret thing where I love dinosaurs and like rocks. Because did I not tell people I like Jurassic Park a lot and dinosaurs? I do want to see a new Jurassic Park movie, by the way. Because Graha T is in it, aka Jonathan Bailey. But no, I actually like nature. So I actually do like rocks. I don't have a rock collection. I just really like rocks in nature. So I actually appreciate getting a shiny rock. But I hope you're having a nice one. It's lovely to see you on the stream as I do some bobbin stuff. Oh, shit. Did I? Why does that look kind of wrong? Did I? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I pinned it not like I was supposed. Ooh, shit. Let me just redo that. Hold on. Also, my bobbins are kind of messy because when I was watching folks yesterday, I realized I dropped all my bobbins. So we kind of just fucked up our own thing for 2 seconds, and that was on me. So I'm just trying to go backwards a little bit. Figure out why is this wrong? Did I just mess up the last 2 stitches I just did? Maybe I did. Oh no, I think I just forgot to tension them. That's the problem. Okay, let's redo that. Cross this wires and then pin. Actually close it. And the reason why like I said I'm practicing so much which is non-lace is because as you can see I'm still a little too heavy-handed. So if this was actual lace I would have torn it at least like 2 or 3 times, which makes me sad to think about, but I am clumsy. That's real. I'm not saying it to be like quirky or some Mary Sue type shit. I'm literally just me. Okay, so cross. I was like, brain, what is going on? Okay. Oh, I was like, why is this getting caught? There we go. So you need to move this one here. Push this here. Rock, I'm doing good. Awesome to hear. Are you saying it's okay for science to conduct unethical genetic experiments and bring murderous predators into existence at the same time using them for entertainment, not following proper, way too dank. Whoa, expected more of you. Canceled. Not to spoil, but Joe, why did you just expose some of the plot of Love in Deep Space? Because I don't agree. But that's without spoiling it too much, that's literally some of the plot of Love and Deep Space. And to answer your question, no. What I do like is the idea of actually, scientists being able to look at fossils and stuff. And yes, I know that's the plot of Jurassic Park too. I like the idea of science in that way, but my favorite part of Jurassic Park is the good scientists being like, no, we shouldn't make genetically modified monsters that can eat people's faces off, destroy the world, and actually stomp on things for free and have people come to a park to entertain themselves for 3 to 5 business hours. Yeah. But I like dinosaurs. What do you want me to do? That's why I like dragons. I like mythical creatures. So, the whole nature thing with Komodo dragons and rocks and stuff and geology and history is super fascinating to me. Which is why I love going to museums. I love that type of stuff, and I geek out when I've been to the national museums in DC. And then there's an actual, speaking of which, there's a big old, there is a giant, I think one of the biggest dinosaur parks actually is in Asia. I'm trying to remember if it's in China or in Japan, but I want to go because dinosaurs. So that'll be one of my things I do for myself. It's I'm going to the dinosaur museum. You buy me a dino. That's why I like Digimon and stuff too, because hello, dinosaurs. You can't go wrong with that at all. Oh my gosh, I suck at this part where I'm itty bitty hands. Struggling with our baby hands. Okay. Nope. Alright, I'm not doing great with the tension part. That's what happens when you don't do this for a while. What I mean is I have to tense my bobbins so that way they actually are staying put. So it's an accordion thing a little bit. I'm struggling because I need to remember to do that more so they're not all loose. Because that's why, where's my other patterns that I showed y'all? Did I move them too far away? I might have. Oh no, there they are. It's what I was saying the other stream where I can tell when my pattern is super tight in my hands, these stitches here, versus when I got too heavy-handed and didn't thread my needles enough to where it didn't just make it super loose. So that's a problem I need to work on. I crochet tight, and then with this stuff I do it where I'm oh, we'll see, always doing the shenanigans, and I'm yeah, where I just completely mess up. Okay, we're at the winky pin, which is pretty much this edge pin right here. That's what I'm trying to figure out what I need to do again. Catching up in the chat. Mankind knew they could not change society. Instead of reflecting them, say blame the beast. That's fair, Ginky. I don't know. Kind of seems like it reflects. Listen. I'm a person who loves science, but I'm just saying I love dinosaurs, so I don't think we should make them. But if we, I'm just saying, if people in Jurassic Park have learned anything, it's don't make genetically modified dinosaurs. Study them and understand their, certain things and put them in history books, but don't make museums with big old real-life dinosaurs. I just like the animatronics. Kind of seemed like you reflect because I called you out. I'm crying, Joe. Joe's I'm not letting you get away with this, see? You cannot make dinosaurs. And I'm listen, I like dino plushies. That's why I love, if you ever want to get me something, get me, dinosaur plushies. And, cute mermaid stuff. I love ocean things. For example, shout out to Echo. I saw that Square Enix has, what type of animal is it? They have, little, sea creatures as plushies. That's the type of stuff that makes me happy. Because I have a little tiny whale plush, too. I love things like that. But still. I play too much Guilty Gear. Ignore me. I'm crying. I'll be in the trenches soon with you, Ginky, so I appreciate the Guilty Gear shenanigans. BRB making dinosaurs real quick. Kotsu, don't do that. What if we learned from the first Jurassic Park movie, especially when that big old T-Rex, completely murdered things? Which, by the way, if you want to know, speaking of which, because you're talking about, as I'm catching up in the chat, mecha dinosaurs, are we saying we should make No. That's actually a horrifying combination now that you say that, Joe, in all seriousness. Because that's my thing with why people are so excited about, I'm not a fan of generative artificial intelligence. I do like animatronics, though. So I've always thought if animatronics became sentient in that way that Terminator was, you could just make giant robots like Gundams, but dinosaurs. Why would you do that? Because if they do get sentience or consciousness, if we're going to be like completely sci-fi for a second, that sounds fucking awful. Because is it a Digimon thing where could you like tame them or something? Or like make them your friend, companion type thing, like a chocobo or something, or like in Monster Hunter Wilds, like one of those little animals you ride on? Or is it a thing where if they become completely sentient, they're just gonna eat us and kill us all, like a robot war type thing? And I'm completely sci-fi, I know, I can go there a little bit, but I'm just saying, like I'm not here for that. I'm here for, you know, tiny little robot dinosaurs that you can have in your house. It's like those pets, like remember those tiny dogs we had back in the 90s or something, like Tamagotchi stuff? That would be cool. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, them things from Jurassic Park. I'm crying. Yeah, like, again, I like the idea of having Jarvis-like robots, because I know in Love and Deep Space they have that concept where artificial intelligence has become, like, Jarvis-like things, which is different from generative AI that hurts artists and stuff, too. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, actual artificial intelligence and animatronics that you see in theme parks, for example. Because one of my favorite animatronics on the same note is if you ever go to Disney World in Florida, for those of you who aren't based in the States, there is an animatronic of Spider-Man that actually flips and does like acrobatics, like in the park. But the cool thing about it is that it has a propeller system where it only is programmed to do a flip, actually, but it does it in a way that looks realistic. Because I think there's like the animatronic itself is made to look like Peter Parker, but the thing itself has a propeller system that just causes it to do a backflip in the air, where once they launch it, it flips and then lands on, I think, an appropriate like little chamber so they can redo it again. But, you know, I'm just saying it's cool. I love that type of technology, like the resistors and the different like animatronics that use, I think, a lot of God, what am I thinking of? I can't even think of the words. It uses a combination of different types of technologies that create the different animatronics from ones you've seen in, like, if you've ever been in, like, Star Wars Land in Disney World or Disneyland, where the animatronics start to look really realistic because there's thousands of little, like, sensors that move it around in certain things and all that type of stuff. Like, it's super fascinating in terms of, like, hydraulics and stuff that they use and computer coding to actually make them come to life where they look really cool. That type of stuff is really, really awesome. And this is the part of the stream where I tell you I grew up in a household full of computer science people. Even though my brain doesn't know enough math people to do that, because Python hurts my head. I think it's cool. But, like, I'm not tech savvy enough. But do I love engineers? Yes. And would I love them to tell me about all the, like, hydraulics, animatronics that they make all day? Please. See Dead by Daylight. I'm crying, Kotsu, because listen, like, I don't like Friday Nights with Freddy because the Chuck E. Cheese ass type freak out that I would have about some of these things, I'm not here for. But I'm here for, like, Disney World, you know, Universal Studios type, like, animatronics from technology, Imagineering type stuff, because that's really cool to immerse somebody into a whole park, which is why, like, the other stream I was, like, geeking out about the Love and Deep Space event in China, because I love, like, immersing people into different worlds and stuff, which is why I love makeup and fashion. Like, I love that type of, like, imagination being brought to life, people having really fun experiences. But I am not here for horror animatronics. You will never catch me at the Horror Nights, for example, in Universal Studios Orlando. Don't ask me to do that ever. Don't ask me to go to Haunted Mansions. Don't ask me to do none of that. I will cry. My friends can tell you. They're like, oh, see, we should do this together. It's fine. I'm like, no. I'm going to cry. But I'll be there to root for you as you write those things. And I just, you know, don't cry and be upset for the whole freaking trip. The reason why I said this is my best friend and I went on the Haunted Mansion ride. So if you go on Haunted Mansion in Disney World, I went with my best friend. It was years ago. And we went, no, it's Disneyland, yeah, in California, years ago. And so we went, and during Christmas, they changed the ride to look like Haunted Mansion / like Nightmare Before Christmas. So I love Jack Skellington, actually. I really, really do. But when I went on the ride got stuck at the one part. You're running through, like, Haunted Mansion, and it's, like, Nightmare Before Christmas themed. But you run through the ride, and there's one part that you go through a cemetery. Before we got on the ride, y'all, I was like, I'm never getting on Haunted Mansion because I don't like horror stuff. I don't like being near, like that type of environment. I appreciate, like, horror-esque things, which is why I can play Shadowbringers and Final Fantasy XIV. But like, I don't want to get stuck. Tell me why when I got on this ride with my best friend, we got stuck in the cemetery part, and I was just crying. And then we got stuck for like 20 minutes. So Jack Skeleton's to like the right of me. And then to the left is just the graveyard scene where the like things pop up. And I'm just sitting there panicking and my friend's just laughing at me. And I'm just like, no. I gotta go home. And I'm just like, I'm just completely out of it. And we didn't move for 20 minutes until the ride and it left. And I was like, I love Jack Skeleton, but he's 7 foot tall and he's moving and he won't leave me alone. He's right next to me and I want to cry. And that's when my friend knew. She was like, don't do that again. I was like, yeah. You thought I was kidding. So in conclusion, don't do that to me. Now, I do scream when there's dinosaur rides as well. Because I want to go to Shanghai Disneyland. But, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that with me. Like, I don't like I don't think... I appreciate it from aesthetic sense and, like, the immersion of it. But the actual, like, hey in my face, like, hello, how you doing type thing, don't do that to me. I will cry. Anyway, I'm catching up in the chat. Jurassic Park, let's see. You can't get waifus without breaking few artists. I mean, I don't like generative artificial intelligence because it's the product of creating things that nobody asked for. I do like the animatronics that people make that are immersing people into the worlds that is using coding and things like that. But I separate those two things, as people know, because there's a difference between like artificial intelligence and robotics and computational neuroscience from like generative AI that actually harms people nobody asked for. Which is why it was funny they came out with a news article saying that people who figure out and know ChatGPT don't like it. I'm like, of course. Like, I don't use it. I've never used it and I don't ever plan to use it, but I know how it works. Like language learning models, that's what it is essentially. So got rid of my RPG. I'm crying at, I mean, I get it. Let me tell you, these robots have more powerful enough hydraulics to kill people. That is fair. I feel like that's like a horror story waiting to happen, where if you did actually program these animatronics, like the one you're talking about, Joe, from Beauty and the Beast, I would be terrified. I'm not going to lie. That's why low-key, It's a Small World is a little creepy, especially with that one Mickey Mouse game they nerfed from being too scary. The fact that they thought about making It's a Small World creepy for a reason is why, again, people know. Their sci-fi kicks in and they're just like, this could scare the hell out of people. I'm like, yes, it would. Don't do that. That's why Five Nights at Freddy is terrifying. He can't come back from that. I'm crying. C7 in this. Yeah, I did have a 1,000-year stare. It was not okay. I love my friend, though, but I told her, like, we're never doing any of the things that you're talking about ever again. Okay. So this is cross, twist, cross. Let me spread this out again. And I need to move this Winky pin right about here, actually. So, cross, twist, cross. Ooh. Nope. My brain died. My brain died when I did that. That's why I take like a second to think about my twists and stuff. Alright, let's start over. So, cross. Okay, and then another cross twist. And I think it's a twist on the end. Oh, we got a pin first. Oops! Don't move too froggy, see. I'm being heavy-handed with this one, because like I said, I'm probably going to be a little bit more delicate with the other ones. This will probably be the one I work on and off stream, by the way. But I didn't want to lie and tell y'all I was doing more lace bobbin, because it's been a minute. So I need to pin this, and then need to twist this on the end. I'm gonna twist it this way, actually. Just give me a second, y'all. I'm just trying to do the cross twist again. Okay, there we go. How to beat an animatronic armor-piercing rounds or explosives. I would probably go for some type of weaponry, because I would think if we're doing like actual cyberpunk destroying animatronics type stuff, I would want to go for like in between the joints and try to get most of the like wiring. But that's just me thinking about it. Maybe it's a little too like on the nose science stuff, but maybe it's also me watching way too much Psychopaths and like Terminator, or being the kid of somebody who watched Star Wars and Terminator. Okay. I think. Yeah, I think if I remember this correctly. Yeah. Now I know what I'm doing. I'm so proud of myself because I haven't done one of these patterns in a minute, even though I'm still kind of heavy-handed with the string. Do not touch the string, y'all. You shouldn't be doing that. That's just me not having any chill. Okay, so I'm not doing any sexy stitches. It's just cross twists and going back where I'm going. Yeah, I won't lie and say I haven't seen all of Star Wars, but I grew up enough with it where I need to actually like watch through the series. My goal is to probably watch through all the movies, if not this summer, the fall, and then to go through Mandalorian fully, because I technically got the whole story sports. My mom and my dad watch it a lot together. But I want to go back through all the movies, Mandalorian, and then watch some of the cartoons, because some of them are really good. Like I asked, is it okay to share my drawing with an audio? Like, sorry, my commands are working in my YouTube chat. It was complicated. Yeah, I can show it really quick. Let me see if I can share my screen. I'm gonna go to the Discord, Diego, and show the fan art, the latest one you dropped in the chat, but let me know if that's not the one you're referring to. If it isn't, I'm just gonna go to the art, the one that you shared before about needle stick. But let me know if that's not the one you want me to share. I watch every Star Wars related thing. No, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Like I do for sure. So. Like, I think part of the reason why I'm the way I am is because my mom as a black woman really like raised me and my siblings to be into a lot of like science and sci-fi stuff. Like I think that's why like when I make the joke of I love being very like, you know, baddie badass, but I'm also realized I was always that girl who wanted to be like a paladin, where it's like I would have the princess gear on, but also I have armor where I can go to war. So there was no in between for me at all. So that's why I blame my mom, because she's very much like that. Like she's very much like Star Wars was her thing. And she's a computer scientist by trade, but she's very like loves medieval type stuff. And I grew up to be just like her. So is that who I think it is? Hi, Sammy. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your compliments. How are you doing today? Welcome into stream. I do not have my shout outs, but y'all should go follow Simi. They're really great. They do some awesome things. They are a person of many talents and many gifts. So, you know, Simi, we've talked about this. I don't know if you want to hold my hands. They're really tiny. See, and I'm not kidding. You see what I mean about them being like red on purpose? This is what happened. This is actually partly because of the heat. But, you know, I know you. You have charisma up to like 1,000%. And this is what happens. This is what happens. It stays like this, you know, forever. My hands are also small. Oh, I don't believe you. I feel... Okay, wait a minute. You know why I don't believe you? Because I feel like you're tall, Simi. And tall people have big hands. Like really pretty hands. I bet you have pretty hands. But I feel like tall people have giant hands. I'm 5 foot. You're 5'5"? You're taller than me, Simi. I'm gonna tell you this. In my mind, that means nothing to me because I'm short as shit. I'm 5 foot. Any person that's taller than 5'2" is bigger than me. But no, you're fine. That's a nice height. Don't call yourself short. You're like average height. Don't do that. No. I will not take any slender. Like, if you're above 5'3" to me, which I know people are like, I'm a short king, I'm below average. Because I think the average person is like 5'5" to 5'7". So you're about average height. So I don't really think short fits. But if you can claim short king. I respect that. No, I'm not going to call you short. I'm going to call you a tall to me because anybody who's like above 5'4" is a giant to me. I'm just a small. But it's okay. I understand. Be my short queen. Okay, I can be your short queen. That's fine. You've got 5 inches on me, so. We are all short if we compare ourselves to the dinosaurs Overlook C wants to create. No, listen, Joe. We've talked about this. I do not want to unleash dinosaurs on the world. The most I want to do is maybe do some Tron stuff. I'm just saying. But if there were some cyberpunk things that we can make happen, I would have dinosaurs that I would ride. Or have as like pets. Like, I don't want robot overlords. No. That sounds like Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, and I don't want to live in that world either. And if you know that show, I appreciate you. But yes, I have baby hands. Potato. Really, Joe? Really? Fine. I always want to do robot overlord stuff. Jeez. Can't we just have robots that don't try to murder us? Respectfully? The monkeys? I don't want a robot roar. Like, to me, do you have measuring tape with you? I do, actually. Is there a particular reason? Because I'm so serious. I could literally tell y'all my hands are tiny. Because what I mean is, okay, this is going to be fun. So, okay, don't do this with your pattern. So if I put my phone here, this is my phone. Y'all, my hand is smaller than my phone. I'm so serious when I'm small. Like, do not let any of my photography or modeling fool you. I'm short. There's a thing that you can do, by the way, if you're short, where if you angle the camera a particular way, it actually gives you more dimension and height. But that's a trick of the camera because I'm so short. Like, when I put my photography setup, actually, I typically do my camera, like, probably about chest height. And then I will either angle it up and down to get the right angle so I get that, like, really badass shot. Or with, like, other friends who shot me for model shots that I've done in the past, they do, like, an up angle shot to give me more of that, like, dimension that I look for. But don't, otherwise, like, if you see me in, like, regular photos with my friends, I'm just super short. I just wanted to point that out because we're talking about, like, measuring tape. That made me think of it. From the bottom of the 10 to the top of middle finger, how long is it? I just saw my measuring tape send me. Hold on. If you're wondering why I have measuring tape near me, it's because with my lace bobbin, I also have some of my other craft things that I have to measure out. And when I'm typically measuring out for clothes and stuff, I do need to use the right dimensions. You'd be surprised when people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, listen, a small is not a small in this brand, and it's not a small in this other brand too. So that's a lie. Or did I move my measuring tape in that weird position again where I put it in a spot where I can't find it? No! I was cleaning my washi tape. I didn't mean to move my measuring tape. Shit. You know what? Let me do my old school trick then, because I usually have some thread and then I can measure how long my hand is. Hold on. Let me do that. You said the middle finger? And Diego, I haven't forgotten your request about the art. I'll share it in a second. From the bottom of the hand to the middle, top of the finger, how long is it? Eesh. Itty bitty hands. About 4 inches, Semi? To answer your question? 4 inches. Yeah. I don't know what answers your question. That's how big my hand is from my middle finger to the bottom of my hand. And then let me actually... I think I already did the stitch. Let me pin this really quick and then close this out, and then I'll post the art real quick for Diego. Just give me 1 second. Like I said, I keep saying I'm being heavy-handed because I know if my instructor saw me, she'd be like, "Fam, why are you doing that?" And I'm like, I just have to get used to the stitch. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Okay. I think I've got the motion back though, which is nice. That's why I'm able to do it quicker on stream, because I'm hoping I can, before Battle Rangers, get most of this like set up for this week. So that way later this week I'll probably start either a new one or continue this one too. Wait, sorry, my net died. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Simi. It's all good. 4 inches. From the top of my middle finger to the bottom of my hand is 4 inches. I'm so glad I gave out extra pins. Smoochable hands. Wait, explain. Wait, what does that mean? Don't make me think my mind's at me. What does that mean? What are smoochable hands? I've never been told that. No! Please. Oh my god. Simi, listen. I'm so serious. I have my hand cam. You are making my hand turn even more red. What does that mean? Explain. I don't know things. I don't want to call myself a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm just a millennial with a lot of problems. Well, not a lot of problems, but I'm a millennial who is just like really I don't understand. I'm not cool. I'm just a wee small. Oh God, I didn't mean to lift that up. Shit. Wait. Okay, hold on. All right, wait. I think I have 2 more. If that's actually that's I thought, I want to hold it. Semi. I'm gonna get you back. Why would you say that, Joe? Listen, I was born in the 1900s and I stopped growing in the 6th grade. It doesn't mean I'm a boomer though. I wasn't around when when we started getting the big computers getting smaller. Semi, I see what you did? Like, I'm showing you in real time what you do with that charisma. You're such a smooth talker. And I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to just sit here and just have a rebuttal, and I said I would, and I'm still working on it, but I'm failing miserably because I just got called a boomer. I just got called a boomer in the chat. Oh my God. That's up there when like people call me, I don't think I've been called auntie as much, but I feel people call me big sis, which is flattering to me, by the way. But also I'm kind of like, I'm an auntie now. I'm kidding. I don't mind, because I do have some friends who do have some, who their kids are like 10 now. And I love them. They're like my nieces and nephews. Ugh. No, where is this hole? And then Diego, I'm gonna share my thing. I'll get my thing to work. Oh my God, did I not stab this? Shit. Come on, me. Why do I do this with my little tiny hands? I do this, I struggle, I'm struggling. Wait, no. Thank you. I was like, send help. All right, we got it. Yes. All right, let me thread these a little bit so that way it stays. And as I said, y'all, you can kind of see the patterns forming here. I'm just, like I said, not being the best about I also stopped growing in the 6th grade. I matured early for a guy. Oh, got you. I mean, you still got to be average height. So that's what's up, Simi. Actually, I wanted to be your height when I was younger because I don't think I had an issue. Like, I don't have any issues being small. I just feel like I'm fun sized in all the degrees. But I actually wanted to be average height because both my parents are about average height. Like my parents are like, in the average height category. My brother's the tallest, and then my sister she's taller than me. So I'm the shortest one in my immediate family, which is hilarious. But you got height for you. You can work it. I see you, Simi. I'm just saying. All of y'all who are like at least 5'5", I know you like have like height on you where you're just really attractive and you just lie. Y'all just be lying to me. If you're tall to me, you lie because you have height in inches. Like I just am tiny in the sense of like everything's just fun sized, so it's just not to like because I'm an adult. Like what happens when you're petite is that you go from like being small in stature and then you just kind of grow into more of a older looking body. So what I mean by that is I obviously am not a child anymore. So like I know I dress where I'm just tiny. So imagine just a adult body in a tiny package. That's literally what it means to be petite. That's why when I see people say like, oh, like, it's the equivalent of something or whatever, I'm like, no, it's not. I'm still an adult. I'm just tiny. Don't be weird. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. So, which is why I like the way, that's why I love Sabrina Carpenter, because she is to me the best example I can give for people of petiteness. Same thing with Marilyn Monroe. Like she was 5'2". So when people, or like Zendaya, even like Dorothy Dandridge, I think was, actually let me not lie. I love Dorothy, so I'm not gonna lie on her right now. I think she was short too. Dorothy Dandridge is like a famous black model actress. I love her. I grew up with her too. She was my like Marilyn Monroe for black women. And that's the timer for 45 minutes. So there should be a 5-minute marker. Let me see her height actually. I should know this since I grew up with her. She was like the Marilyn Monroe in my house. I lied. Dorothy Dandridge is 5'5". Don't listen to me. I do know Marilyn Monroe is 5'2", but so Sabrina Carpenter is the best example of like what happens when you're petite is that everything's just tiny. She's an adult though. She's just tiny and itty bitty. So, Plus my fun joke, as I always tell y'all on stream, is that I always tell people in terms of petite people, you should sing that lyric from Sir Mix-a-Lot was like 34, 26, 34. Only she's 5'3". That's literally most petite women. I'm not kidding. It's like it's a party in the front and the back, if you get my drift. Anyway, catching up in the chat. That is okay, see. Thank you, Joe. And I'm just saying, like, when you hit your 30s, people start to either call you big cousin, sis, or auntie. I don't know what to do about that. I don't mind it, but I could technically be old enough somebody's parent at this point. I'm not a parent. I don't have any kids. But I think some people call me auntie. So it's so funny. When the robot wars come, Gen Z will die first. I don't think so. I think Gen Z will put up a fight. Gen Z is very feisty. I do like their antics, and I do think either they sometimes struggle to ask for a packet of ketchup, as the joke goes. I think Gen Z has a lot of bark and bite in a punk rock type of way. They never learned how to deal with analog world and capable of 5 seconds of attention span. That is true. My rebuttal, though, is they're very smart enough to learn and hyperfixate on a topic enough to where they just, like, could learn how to fight somebody, no Mazel Tov type thing. But that's just me. I'm making an assumption. I just believe young people got a lot of energy. So, and they don't have to deal with random knee pains yet because they're not in their 30s. So, I don't have those completely yet. I'm trying to keep my Meg Thee Stallion knees. But, I get it. Wow. But do you have the patience to take aim? I'm well armed. I'm crying. I want to be a couple inches more in more than one. Simi. You never know. You never know, Simi. People do go through, growth spurts and stuff all the time throughout their life. I will say I did get hit by a puberty brick twice. Because the glow up I had in my 20s. Because we're like, feminine bodied folks or women, because like I said, gender inclusivity, like you go through different phases, but they really don't explain enough for when your body in your teens and your 20s and your 30s go through three different phases. And I went through all of them and I was just like, oh. So you never know, Simi. You never know. If you believe, you'll get there. And I still say you got it. You got it. You just flex a little bit. I'm just saying. I will not let you lie in my chat. I will not let any people I know who know me lie. A lot of y'all could be models and some shit, and I'm just sitting here like Will Smith, sparkle emoji. Look at my friends. They're all pretty. Look at people I care about. They're just attractive. As I sit there being a grandma in the back, being my, look at these whippersnappers and their love stories and their adventures out in the world and their love of dinosaurs type shit. I know, I get on my friends' nerves. I love them though. I have EMP, electric magnetic pulse. That sounds dangerous. So an EMP powerful enough to render shielding unless useless would render all tech useless. We couldn't go back to 1900s. Tech would go back to 1800s. Even a telescope wouldn't survive. That is also true, especially electromagnetic radiation, because a lot of technology uses that, as well as I'm thinking of a lot of the ways you can turn off technology with satellites and stuff since they're all interconnected. So it is scary to think about, actually, and it's very possible with some of the impacts of climate change, too. That's something we're probably going to have to think about a little bit more as it gets hotter and stuff, too. But that's another conversation for another day in terms of climate change. I get called Unc a lot, so I get it. I think I read that earlier, but again, people are funny. I can't learn hyperfixate without ChatGPT to teach them. ChatGPT's going down first. ChatGPT is going to lead the other side. I think, to your point, like that's the thing too, which I've talked about. And Diego, I'm still working on getting this artwork up. I'm just clumsy, so when I try to like share my screen on, and that's another 5-minute break. We'll probably do like 10 to 15 more minutes, and then I'm probably gonna raid out into Battle Rangers so I can pop in the other BC. So, let me do a timer. Oh! Timer. We'll do 10 minutes. To your point, Joe, though, in terms of the ChatGPT shenanigans, I do think when it comes to technology, right now we're at a lot of, like, language learning models. So the way I would describe them is, like, more updated, like, Tamagotchis. And so what that means is that language learning models, which I know you know, Joe, and other people do, is, and for those who don't know, like language learning models are pretty much if you would take a lot of research systemically and put it in a giant box. And from that box, you could pull out certain information and details and summaries of information. So imagine, let's take a topic. Let's say you do a research article on, since we're doing lace, let's say you have a database that just has a bunch of information about torch and lace. So what ChatGPT does is it just gives you information from a archive of information about every single thing it has, like 1,000 articles about torch and lace. The problem with ChatGPT, though, is that, one, it's biased based on what the user is inputted. So if it only has torch and lace from, like, I don't know, like the West versus other countries, it's not going to be able to give you an answer that's not grounded in like other countries on their place, because the database doesn't have access to that information. And if someone has like biases in different ways, you're only going to get what the programmer designed the Tamagotchi to tell you back in terms of information. So while language learning models have gotten more sophisticated, you know, based on like Clippy, if you remember that from Microsoft Word before we got rid of Clippy, and now we have like Microsoft Copilot, they're intriguing enough, but the problem with them is that, like a Tamagotchi, they only have a limited set of features, and it makes the assumption, which is the grandioseness of why all of this generative AI conversation is exploding, that generative AI only can create models based off, like I've talked about previously in streams, schemas, or just the database that it has access to. So if I ask ChatGPT with a database with torch and lace to give me examples of like crochet lace, it's probably not going to be able to spit out anything about that because it doesn't have any information, and it's extremely biased towards torch and lace. So in the one hand, like the Jarvis type of stuff we can get will be fascinating, because research and development in artificial intelligence when it comes to art, animatronic stuff is super cool. Again, I geeked out about it earlier in stream as I'm doing lace. But Do I like ChatGDP and stuff because it uses the environment and kills and adds a bunch of CO2 in the air and it's killing and poisoning people's communities in the global south and stuff? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Which is why I like solar punk, or I think it's called Noble Bright in tabletop terms, where I like the idea of technology being used for good. But until we make technology that's actually environmentally friendly and safe, no. I will pass. Except for the technology of me playing Otome games. I'm looking at you, Love in Deep Space, because I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches. Jokes aside, we are overdue for a human solar extinction event for over 30 years now. I do believe AI has a big chance of destroying society, but not by getting sentience, but ruining society through late-stage capitalism and keep slaves in this. True. I think, to me, in terms of my, how do I put this? I do think in regards to climate change, this was said in the 90s, that we are at the point where it's not global climate change, it's like it's not global warming, it's global, I forget the exact terminology. But there's a term to say that we're past the point where climate change won't not impact us. It's now more about global mitigation. And I do believe, I agree with you, because a lot of science is funneled in the lens of what's going to make things grow and progress. But any scientist will tell you that sometimes science for the science sake isn't the best thing. We need arts, we need humanities. We don't necessarily always need to progress in a way where we're destroying our environment and people around us just to make things progressive. Like, don't get me wrong, do I think solar powered cars and stuff is really cool? Or flying cars, which I know in China they're patenting like cars that are going to do short-term travel. I think technology and communication, like being able to talk with people even over Zoom and having like maybe virtual versions of ourselves, is really cool type of stuff. But the way that we think about technology in the hands of people who have money sometimes, hint, hint, wink, wink, can be done in a very nefarious, not human type way, and I don't mess with that. But I'm biased because I ain't studying public health, so I get you, Joe. I get you. It's a really philosophical, ethical question that I think a lot of us who in any discipline in science have studied a lot, and why I might not be in artificial intelligence, but I can speak to it for my friends and colleagues who are in like computational neuroscience and stuff too, and also get hype about it as well. So, yeah, I'm hype about it. So yeah. Let me see. If you're wondering why I know so much about this stuff, like I said on the streams, I studied my neuroscience classes. I took computational neuroscience as well as neuroendocrinology of sex and gender and neurophysiology and drugs and behavior. So I know a lot of really fascinating facts about hormones, people, and stuff like that, and technology. I just don't have the brain power to be able to code it. But people who do are the next level badasses, and I appreciate them and respect them so much. I just won't be doing it myself. That's all. Okay. Diego, I think I figured out how to pull this up, potentially, maybe, after fiddling with this for about 3.5 business minutes. I think. Maybe. Eek. Nope. Maybe. There we go. Alright, let me split my thingy-mabobber real quick. And then let me check so I don't run over into Valor Rangers time. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, I have to get water because I'm gonna be yelling. Oh my god, we're fighting monsters. Ugh, sorry. I just remember what we're fighting in the D&D campaign, and I'm just like, shit, I'm gonna need water because I'm gonna be yelling. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Okay, ignore me. I'm just anticipating the yelling. Wait a minute. I don't think, Simi, you answered my question. Oh wait, no, you did. I didn't. I'm just going back to that where you said I have smoochable hands. I have never been told that. I'm gonna be real with you with my hands. Um, I've just always thought they were tiny. I feel like I don't really have like dainty looking hands. And it's okay if Sammy, if you're not there, it's fine. I was just going back to that. Like, I don't really think I have like, cause some people have like really dainty, pretty hands. Not in that weird way, by the way. I'm just saying like respectfully. Like I feel like I just have like, I don't know. I feel like you can. Oh, I played sports and I just do a lot of stuff with my hands. I don't think I have like really elegant looking hands though. Maybe I do. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. But I know some people, they just have like really like dainty, nice piano hands, and I think that's really cool. But I'm probably overthinking it because I feel like since I study biology and I like it, I like the human body from like a very awesome sense because I draw and do art now and stuff, especially as I gotten older. So I like the body in that way. And I don't know how to draw hands, so don't ask me to do that. I do like drawing faces, though. I'm so proud, y'all. I literally have gotten better about drawing faces. You're not going to see that anytime on the stream, though, because hair is a problem. So as I pull up this art for Diego, I do want to say I've gotten better at Procreate. I will do a drawing stream in the future when I get a lot better. But I think I'm still waiting for my art supplies to be able to show y'all on stream. And then I do want to get better at anatomy because I can't draw hands and I sure as shit cannot draw. Like, I think the lower body is hard for me. Like, the waist down is hard. I can draw the waist up, though. So I'm kind of making progress to just get the basic anatomy down. And I think because, like I've shared before on stream, because I do a lot of makeup, I've noticed that I can conceptualize someone's face, like where their facial movements will be with their neck, from the neck up, to be able to draw their features. It's like arms and hands where my body goes to, like, if you've ever seen that image of a horse where it's like a really fancy horse body and then the head's just garbage, that's literally me but backwards. It's like the head and the upper shoulders are nice, but then the body is awful. It's a trap, and I hate it. So, artists, y'all are right with the tutorials. You gotta practice anatomy. Like you do. But I'm gonna draw everybody really pretty, because everybody, to me, when I see people walking around living their life, is really pretty to me. Okay. I'm getting close to having to wrap up stream, so let me actually, like, figure this out and stop yapping, as the kids say. I also don't call myself yapping. I just say I talk. So, let me see. I think I already have a Windows thing up to where I can share stuff. Like I said, I'm not very good about transitioning like I was. I have been good for my book streams. Which, by the way, y'all, I haven't forgotten that either. I'm probably going to combine my book stream with my Hopenichi stream because it's September and I have to get more stationery. But I will tell y'all about my books from Emily Wilde after finishing Legend Board. And then we'll talk about Divine Rivals because I'm never going to shut the heck up about those books either. Especially because I've been reading Love and Deep Space and I'm in the Otome game, romantasy, sci-fi, mythology realm again? That's like 4 different genres. See, what are you doing? That's gonna be a very trippy stream because I'm gonna switch to like 3 different genres of book, but that's coming probably in a few weeks. If you're wondering why I have so many things I'm doing, it's because once I hit that stride for my application process, I was fine. But then don't get it twisted. Once I do these things, I nap. I've been napping a lot this month. It's been great. I love to sleep. I am not a girly who likes to stay up too late. I like to get my hours. I sleep. And I also play around with my cat a lot. He's 1.5 now and he's super cute. So I've been playing with my cat because he's been having a ball being a complete jerk. No, I'm kidding. He's not a jerk. He's super cute. I love that man. Nani desu ka? Where the hell did this go? Oh, that's not what I needed. Let me go to the chatting screen. This is why you shouldn't ask me to do certain things on the stream, because I'm clumsy. Okay, that I can't blame my clumsiness for everything. It's more like I need to be able to like do this quicker. So I do have a Steam Deck I'm gonna set up too. Like I said, all the kinks are getting worked out finally. I'm proud of myself, and I'm ultra fucking this up. Okay. Let me see if I can switch to the right window so I can show y'all really quick Diego's art, and then we'll probably wrap up stream here because I need to run over to the VC for Toku Tabletop, which again I will drop in the chat for those who'd like to come watch. But no pressure. There are bots too for that as well. I am so not quick with OBS. Okay. I think I got it. Let me just adjust some things really quick so you don't have to see my window. All right. We're gonna transition back. There we go. Diego, I don't know if this is the art you wanted me to show, but this is the one. Shout out to Diego. They've been drawing a lot of art for me. Really, again, in terms of fan art, I don't mind people drawing art of me as long as it's not like not safe for work. It can be a little risque because I do like model stuff and whatever, and I don't mind getting clap art with friends, but just ask me and it's fine. I love art though. And I still have a lot of the art pieces I have with other streamers and mutuals and stuff too. So just ask and reach out. I just need to get my character sheets together for my other outfits and stuff. But yeah, this is some of the art Diego has done because they do more with the games that they play in terms of like some of the Sonic and Mario like fan games and stuff that they share and everything and do with other VTubers. So I do appreciate the art. It's really pretty. So I like the colors and the use of like textures and things. So I just want to share it really fast and go from there. So thank you for your patience, Diego. And again, once I get a little bit better about toggling between, oh yeah, let me do that too. Thank you for saying that, Joe. I do want to tag handles because I do. If you want to share art or things with stream, I do want to do that like my other friends and mutuals do. I just haven't done it in a way where I can like flash stuff up quickly and like not almost accidentally dox myself because I'm clumsy, like I keep saying. But I'm gonna work on it. But let me get Diego's handles. Thank you, Joe, for saying that. And then we're gonna wrap up stream because I have to scamper because, you know. I mean, I like Sonic though. I'm getting Sonic Team Racing, Joe. I'm so serious. No, I'm kidding. I know you're kidding. But yeah, actually, I love Sonic too. That's another rant for another day though, because that's another thing that I gotta actually talk to my siblings about because we're probably gonna do our Mario Kart tourneys for Christmas, but then we're also gonna do the Sonic Team Racing stuff too. Okay. That's Diego's handle on Twitter for anybody who's still on the website of Shenanigans, and also the same one on Blue Sky as well. Ooh, okay. What? We're getting a Magic the Gathering Sonic set of cards? I need this stuff to stop coming out this... I don't need to get any more, like, tabletop shit. Oh! I forgot this. Hold on. I forgot to show y'all this before we wrap up stream, and then we're gonna like actually like send y'all off to Toku Tabletop if you want to watch me yell. I forgot to show y'all dice. I'll show y'all more next time. Let me not do this knocking over my Moogle though. It's a delicate process, aka me not knocking over all my little bobbins and stuff. I forgot though. I'm so sorry, y'all. I forgot to show y'all some of my dice. I will share with y'all next time. But just to give you a little preview of all my dice. I will run through this next stream. I don't use my dice for Valor Rangers, but I do want to show y'all the dice that I have accumulated. I think it's been I think it's been at least a year or two since I showed y'all my dice set. So but yeah, I will share with you all next time tabletop stuff, including my dice tower that I got custom made to. So, okay, let me I actually really gotta go. We're gonna start soon. Ah! Ah! I'm always doing this. Ah! I'm always doing this. I'm always like right there, and my friends are like, well, "See, why are you like this?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't mean to do it." And thank you for the link, Joe. Oh my god, it really is like fucking. Are you kidding me? This looks cool. Shit. And I love, if you want to, I love all the Sonic characters. I love Tails, though, and I love Rouge, and I love Blaze the Cat. So seeing this, now I get to panic yell at all my friends. I'm going to be panic yelling! Ah! Okay, I'm going to stop yelling. Okay, sorry. All right. So I have to run. It was going to be a short stream. Thank you all for joining me. I'll switch it back for a little bit to show y'all again. I will continue doing my lace pattern. So hopefully, let me see if I can spin this a little bit, and then we'll end stream. As you can see, I kind of started at the top of the torch and lace sample. So, oh wait, did I flip it in a bad way? Oh my lord, have mercy. You're all like, what the fuck are you showing me? See, you messed up the image. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did the top of my torch and lace, and that's what I'm saying. I'm using like just regular like DMC purling yarn, because if I used lace, I would have gotten my hands completely. I would have completely gotten this lace 30 already. That's why I'm using regular stuff. But I will probably do some more of this and maybe get close to the motif. If I keep going, I'm gonna do this twice. So you're just gonna see me do this torch and lace pattern at least twice on streams. I'll do it this week. But I did want to share this is kind of the setup I have for my project. And then once we do this twice, I'll move to do fans and spiders on stream. And once we do that, we'll start to actually we'll actually buy some lace, y'all. And you will see me. My goal is to do a torch and lace, like with actual lace on stream by next summer. I'm not going to do by the end of this year because I'm too scared. I'm scared I'm going to break the thread, even though with my baby hands. But yes, thank you all so much for joining me today. Say goodbye to my baby hands. I won't be back in nails anytime soon, but you know, if you see me with my like fairy nails in another stream, don't be surprised. It's that or my Princess Peach ones, or my I have green nails that are based on my white mage from Final Fantasy XIV. They're not like custom made, but they are like fairy-like, so I'm probably going to get into those eventually as I do my solo bookstore runs and like run over to stationery stores that are near me now. And I have a Daiso. I have so many plans. I have so many solo activities. I'm excited. It's great. It's going to be great. But anyway, we're going to do this next time. So this will probably be for Wednesday's stream with Creature Kind. And then for Friday, we'll continue doing some lace and then doing some more gaming. So thank you all for joining me today, whether you were lurking. Thank you for chatting with me. I know we kind of went all over the world in 80 days and talked about various things. But if you want to follow me over, I'm going to go. Let me catch up in the chat. I'm missing things. Thank you for the stream, honey. Thank you, Simi. You know. Simi, the person who always makes my hands red, and apparently I am now your tiny queen. So I will make sure I remember that. Okay. Plus, you owe me karaoke time. You do. I have ideas. Do not get me in a rap battle. My queen, yes, thank you. And I will call you my short king. So we'll do that since... you said it. I'm not going to call you, like, Short King, but since you want to go with that title, we'll do that. It's fine. I still think you're average height, so you can just be the king, but it's okay. I'll see you. You can flex a little bit. I see you. You already know I'm a Knuckles kind of guy. Ginky, you literally look like a human version of Knuckles. That's why you cool as shit. Respectfully, friend. Like, plus, I'm thinking of your girl. I feel like it's a Knuckles Rouge situation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Ginky. If y'all haven't thought about doing that cosplay together, you should think about it. That would be really cute. Y'all could pull that off. I know you could. I'm not saying anything, but y'all, Knuckles and Rouge, y'all could pull it off. That would be so cute. Like, for real, for real. Because couple cosplays and couple matching makes me so hype. Ah! Ah! I'm beating my mic, but I love cute couple things. me happy. Oh my god. It's okay, sorry, I gotta go. I got hype. Listen, I get excited when people are happy. It's so cute. I love Rouge and Knuckles from Sonic, so that's just I love when my friends are cute with their partners. That's super cute. Oh, I could eat it up all day. Thank you for the show again. I might buy an Amy equipment and build a weird Amy Rose Cloud Boros. That'd be dope, actually. Like, that'd be really cool. I do have, like, I need to finish my Sonic beanie series. I was modeling, like, my Sonic beanies from one of an artist that I really like. And doing, like, street fashion along with, like, my N95s and stuff, too. So I need to, you reminded me to do that, too. But if you do that, Joe, please share photos, because I love that type of stuff. I love Sonic. I love Amy Rose, Rouge, and Tails, and Blaze the Cat, like I said. So anything Sonic related, you can always hit me up about it. I love Sonic Frontiers, so, like, that's something I don't talk about, but anyway. All right, I gotta go. I love y'all in the most respectful way. Thank you for joining me. Say goodbye. We're gonna scamper. Before Ginky and my other friends kill me for, not being here. Depends on the price. MTG is really expensive here. Got you, yeah. Because I know not everybody lives in the States and stuff too, so I know like MTG and like all the different things are really expensive. So I'm hoping you'll be able to find it at an affordable price, because that's the thing with like the Final Fantasy cards, they're super fucking expensive. That's why I haven't bought the tabletop RPG set for Final Fantasy 14, because I don't need to buy all these tabletop games. I don't. I want them though so bad. But it's like when I buy my heels and my dresses and petticoats, I can't buy them all in one go, because even if I'm running around, I don't need to do that. Even though I said, as if in my mind's eye, I haven't seen Venus of the Valley sell more heels, and I'm sitting here struggling because I need to save and be an adult. But anyway, we're gonna be quiet. You don't need to hear my rants. Anyway, if you want to follow me over to Token Tabletop, as we say goodbye to my hands one last time. Sorry, taking forever. Let me turn off the game. My chaos on my stream. I'm chaotic, okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm not cool. I'm just a dweeb. I have way too much fun. So, Token Tabletop is where I'll be at. I'm gonna go over there. We'll be streaming from 6:30 to about midnight always. So if you want to watch me get my ass kicked potentially as a Power Ranger yelling, and I will do the line, which is "Henshin a go baby, let's go!" For like hours. You can join me over there, but no pressure. You don't have to join, of course. I highly encourage you to check out Toku Tabletop, because they do a Common Writer D&D on Saturday mornings with some dope people. And Dai is a really cool dungeon master. So shout out to Daiji Kobu, super cool friend of mine. Does really great Tokatsu. I'm saying it wrong, but Super Sentai, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, just really dope tabletop games. So I do that because obviously, along with tabletop and DDR and be battling people at cons, that's what I do, and I run away. Or as y'all know, I do my thing where I start B battles in the middle of cons, I run away, and then I start another one, and then I run away, and then it disappears into the distance. Like a pixie, or as Zane says in Love in Deep Space, a winter fairy. So, all that is to say, it's a good time if you want to just hang out, listen to the story, co-work, and do some other things. But of course, if you don't, I will be back streaming on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. So it'll be more lace bobbin, more co-working, and we'll probably do Final Fantasy 14 Thrones of a Watchmaker, and we will get these things working. So apologies for those of you on YouTube. The commands are working, the timers are working. On Twitch, not so much. My bad. Don't hate me, but we'll get it working. But all right, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed watching me do some like craft stuff. We'll do more of that too. Like I said, I will do a drawing stream. I do use Procreate and stuff too, and I do traditional art a little bit now. Is then I have a sketchbook and everything, so I'm really excited to share that part of me with you all. I've been kind of sitting on it, and I've been trying to be more brave about sharing some of my other hobbies and not being so like shy about it. So I hope folks enjoy my ramblings. But okay, I have to go now. I don't think Toku Tabletop is up. I was gonna raid into the stream and then jump into the VC, but I don't think we're up yet. So what I'm gonna do instead is just, let me see. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna see, who do I want to raid? But to be honest with you, we're just gonna end stream. That's okay. Yeah, we're just gonna end stream. Some of my mutuals are streaming though, so there are a few people you can go check out if you like. If you don't want to watch tabletop stuff. I know, for example, Skip is currently playing Peak right now, so I will drop handle in the chat. No, what is the raid? All right, fine, we'll raid. We'll raid. Y'all know where to find me at Toku Tabletop. You're right, we should just raid. But what I will do, which I want to get back into this habit again, is I will drop a few names of folks y'all can go check out. I will actually go and raid its circuit, actually. They use, let me see. I think they just started. I think they're playing, Dressed to Impress? Is that what this is? I don't play Roblox, y'all. I will play Fortnite, but I don't play Roblox. I think they just are getting started. So its circuit is a mutual of mine. They're super cool. They're another black streamer. They're non-binary, so they use they, them pronouns. So please be respectful of that in terms of gender inclusivity, because we always love the magic around here. I know black girl magic, but all my friends don't use the same pronouns, so please be respectful of that and their rules and their community, of course. But if you don't want to watch Dressed in Press, I'm going to recommend Skip. Skip is currently playing Peak. I've heard it's a really fun game. A lot of my friends and mutuals are playing it, so I have never played it. I probably should look into it, since there's a couple of games friends want to play, so I need to kind of figure that out. Who else is streaming? Blaze at Midnight is also a mutual of mine on Blue Sky. I know people know them. She uses she, her pronouns, I do believe. But they are currently playing Coral Island if you want to go check out Blazette. And then I will go ahead and get the raid message going for its circuit. Because you're right, Joe, I just want to raid people. Y'all know me as a hobbyist of stranger. I have a lot of fun and I appreciate everybody here, but I do want to give my mutuals and folks a lot of love when I can. So I always just try to raid. I don't really try to end stream without raiding people. But yeah, we're going to go to its circuit. So, let me get the raid message going. For those of you on YouTube, you should have gotten the names of the users you can follow. So again, Skip Celsius is playing Peak with some friends and mutuals. Blaze at Midnight is playing Core Island, and then its circuit is playing, they're playing Dressed in Crush. So I can't raid into Toku Tabletop because I'm going to jump over there so we can go ahead and get started. If you do want to go follow me over to Toku Tabletop though, that is the information there. And let me actually make sure I have the handle too, so I'm not spelling it wrong. Yeah. I need to have a command for this. That's why my shout out commands for all my mutuals and friends are being worked on, because I wanted to be automatic, but that's behind the scenes. I don't need to worry about that. But anyway, that's the Twitch place. It's in my profile, but I will be over there until about midnight. And then I will be firmly going to sleep probably. So, but anyway, let's get the raid message going in regards to stuff for its circuit. And then I'm going to go immediately scamper over to Toku Tabletop. I'm going to be in the VC getting ready for shenanigans today. So we've got a battle to fight and I've got stuff to do. But again, whether you watch me morning, afternoon, evening, whether you're lurking because I'm a lurker-friendly streamer, the alert command was supposed to work. It didn't though, but you can always lurk. You don't have to say anything. It's fine. I get it. I lurk a lot too, so don't worry about it. Or whether you're watching the bot over on YouTube, we appreciate all folks over on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If not, I will see you somewhere in Discord, or if not, I'll see you somewhere on the internet. I will probably just be knee-deep in love and deep space, Monster Hunter Wilds, Final Fantasy 14, because there's another Moogle quest, and Lace Bobbin, and probably Project Minute. I'll be around. I promise I'm not that hyper. I've got my eyes on the prize in terms of things, and lots of sleep because it's the summer and it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. So I need to sleep more because my energy's like, oh, you want to sit out in the sun and read a book? No, see, you're gonna get completely zapped out of energy because you need water. Sorry. Anyway, we're raiding Circuit, Joe. Sorry for being an ultra goober, but it's Circuit is who we're going to be raiding into. Which is like this. I just have to get the handle right because I know I have 2 lowercase dashes in my name, so I know that can be wild. But thank you for asking. I know I've been saying like 50 things a mile a minute because I talk fast sometimes when I get excited. It's one of my happy quirks. So, but I got JoJo, so I can't help it. Okay, I think Circuit has 1 exclamation point though in their username. I think. Maybe? Sorry, I'm checking Twitch through multiple avenues. I just want to give recommendations because not everybody wants to do the person I'm reading, or they might have friends they already want to go see after they get through watching me. And I'm not reading Toku Tabletop because we're not live yet. But, yeah, I think... Oops. Wait. I got it. Hopefully, maybe raid it Circuit. Got it. All right. Perfect. The raid message has been dropped, and we are getting the raid started. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the conversation about dinosaurs, animatronics, and all the stuff, and me doing Lace Bobbin, which I'll do a little bit more and probably get snack food before we start doing Valor Rangers. So I will be, enjoying myself. But again, please take care. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Don't lick doorknobs. Stay safe out here. And look out for your community. And remember, I apparently have a problem where Zane and Emmerich are the same person to me. So if you see any fictional characters who look like Emmerich from Final Fantasy XIV and Zane from Love and Deep Space, I'm currently in the trenches with both of those characters because I like fictional, complicated characters who have ice powers and blue outfits, apparently. Which is something that I will incriminate myself on multiple times as somebody who appreciates the fact that these characters exist. So... Thank you. Yes, Joe. That's the main thing. Just ignore what I just said. That was just me going off on a random tangent to be a joke. It's a jokester. But all right, y'all. Take care and have a nice one. Bye-bye for now. Huzzah!